All right. Welcome, friends. Here we are, bringing you another week of Optimal Evolution programming. It's a special week, y'all. This is build. So this is the build phase. We are in the build week of the rest cycle of the rest year. So I guess technically that's rest, build. Okay? So average for the whole week is a 1-1-1. Now remember, this is the rest year, this is the rest cycle, so that's about as low as you can get. That being said, it is a build, so with that intention in mind, because remember, beyond all the numbers and everything, like the underlying intention is the core thing, is the essence of really what we're moving towards. So with that in mind, we're still gonna be doing specific things and really just continuing to build off of what we've been building on. This is moving into the second half, y'all, already of this first cycle. I don't know about you, but this shit's flying by and you feel the energy starting to kind of rise up a little bit. Springtime is, sprinkling her little bosom, preparing us for what is to come. All right, so take it away, Coach TJ.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is flowing. All right, so day one, strength as it has been. We got 3-3-1. All right, 3 exercises. Okay, starting off with, gonna run it back with the medium blocks, snatches. Okay, plus the overhead squat. So back down to the 3 snatches, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 overhead squats as soon as you're done. So if you take a look back on what we did a few weeks ago with those same parameters, you can see, try to work on, maybe adding a little bit of weight to that, making sure the weight that you did before feels even smoother. We want that one to continue to expand. That is the whole goal. Okay, next, same thing with the clean and the front squat and the jerk. All right, from the medium blocks as well, 2 + 2 + 2, same thing, really trying to make sure those weights are feeling light and smooth, that form is consistent. Like, we joke around about no misses, but the one, there should literally be no misses. It's all
no question.
You are your form. This is the time right now to get that form dialed in with the timing and the consistency. So even if your weight's going up, just make sure you have that confidence in the consistency building right now.
And I do want to add one thing, just from a technical standpoint, if I may.
Yeah, sure.
The cool thing with the medium blocks and something to really focus on is, one, in that start position, just shoulders are right on top of the bar. And then 2, and this is even a little bit of a drill you can practice without actually doing the full movement, is just practice once you get in that start position, pressing through the full floor and then feeling the weight move back into your hips without doing anything with the upper body. Because a real common thing that happens from the medium blocks especially, which is why they can be a good teaching tool, is you'll want to just start pulling the weight and see how my chest is now getting behind the bar and my hips, you can't really see my hips end up shooting forward. So again, shoulders on top, press through the floor, let everything come to you. And honestly, if you just keep your shoulders on top, stay big with the chest, things will naturally come to you, and then just continue with that motion of standing up. Because when you do it right, that's really all you got to do. You don't really need to do anything extra with the hips at the top. You just explosively stand up when it's time to go. So it's control, boom, and then just keep standing up, okay? Just wanted to add that in there. It's something I have been seeing lately, so.
Cool. Thank you, Coach Nate. We'll finish off with, we're going to go back to, golden goose right here with that bench and the pull-ups. Really get that upper body swollen, just full of blood, looking good, feeling strong, right? So we got the
Good
6
time for
reps. You said what?
It's a good time for picks.
Yeah, exactly. 6 reps on each, 6-minute AMRAP back and forth. Again, keeping that weight relatively light so that you can move through it, but also, just trying to get that chest, get the upper body just kind of pumped and filled and feeling good. And that's day one. Give it over to Coach Nate. What should you say?
If your gym crush is hanging around, that'll be a good day for you, bro. All right, day 2, specific day. It's a 2-2-1. And I do want to note, really to pay attention to the averages for the day. When you're going through your program, the average is written on the beginning notes. because again, that kind of just sets the foundation for the day and can answer a lot of questions as to how to approach the specific, when you get to the actual specific metrics of the different exercises, okay? So it's a 2-2-1 for the day, and it is a specific day, meaning we're going to be focusing on specific work. And just as a little refresher, the fancy term specificity prioritization, number 1's test, number 2 is weakness, number 3 is strength, number 4 is accessory, number 5 is specific, number 6 is technique, and then number 7 is rest. And remember, that's all related to in what order, if you had to prioritize what you're doing, what order would be the best to help you get better at what you're trying to get better at. And that's what that is, okay? So you got snatch first, 2 by 2 at a 1. So we're going from the floor. It's just a straight snatch. And then back squat plus behind the neck jerk. So we are bringing these back, and you can see because the day is a 2-2-1, we keep it with 2 exercise blocks to match the volume, because the volume is the first number, density is the middle number, intensity is the third number. So we're going to bring back the back squat and behind the neck jerk to kind of, in a sense, blend the two together, but it's also a nice little complex to, one, the behind the neck jerk, focusing on the power production through the legs, and then because you're doing the back squat beforehand, it kind of primes you for that, okay? And then, yeah, that's day 2. Cool. Take it on back.
Cool. All right, down weakness day, number 3, 1-1-2. We've been running it with the deadlifts, 30-second AMRAP. I've been seeing some growth with that, some progression, so I feel like it's all the way around. We discovered that because we were not really neglecting, but because we weren't prioritizing the strength component with like the power lifts and previous cycles, that the deadlift's probably the movement that could use the most love right now in terms of a weakness. So hitting that hard, conventional, all right? It's giving you guys a chance to try out the different variations of the movement. Conventional is personally my favorite, so I'm excited for this one. But ultimately, again, just hitting home with the different versions of it so that you can build some familiarity, build some comfort. Because again, like later down the line, we're going to see deadlifts definitely more often. So get ready for those. And I'll go ahead and just say, next day, technique, bar work. If you want to come in, get just some extra bar path, get some visualization, it's always good to get that extra reps in. So yeah, cool. Coach Nate.
All right, and then day 5, accessory day. So this is also, it's a 2-2-1. So we're gonna start off with a superset. So you're gonna do yoke walk, and the yoke is, and I think you actually spell that Y-O-K-E to be technical, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, yoke walk. So you've probably seen that, well, at least at East Race Muscle, we got that big black thing with the with the bar across. You know what we're talking about. So you got the yoke walk, and then if the yoke is too heavy, which it may be for some, that's okay, then you can get the axle bar and just put some weight on the axle bar. And then, because I've done this before, you could set up one of those freestanding racks at the end of the turf and then just put whatever weight you want on the axle bar, and then you'll just take it off the axle bar, walk down and back how you normally would, and then there you go, okay? And then you're gonna superset that, so you'll yoke walk down and back the full length of the turf, so 200 feet. And then you're gonna superset that with a Swiss ball Russian twist. So that's the one where you're lying horizontally on the Swiss ball. You've got a plate, or even just your hands. You don't need weight necessarily. You can use your little, little gun pointer. But you either got your hands or you got a plate, and then you're rotating side to side, keeping your feet planted, okay? And keep your eyes to the ceiling, okay? Because a little bit of a rule of thumb when you're doing rotational stuff, this isn't always the case, but just think about, you want to look at your opponent, okay? Because that's kind of training your body. Even when you're rotating and moving throughout space, you can still maintain your focus on whatever your target is. So either way, keep the eyes forward. And if you want to get a little more technical, if you swallow, you'll feel your tongue go on the roof of your mouth. That is the physiological resting position, which actually activates some of the stabilizers in your neck that connect with a lot of your core stabilizing musculature. Because that's one thing people don't think about when we're doing these different kinds of exercises. You know, we talk about alignment and we talk about good posture, but that carries all the way through the whole system into the neck and the head included. So when you do that, you'll also be training those muscles, those little stabilizer muscles, as you're training the core muscles too, okay? So it's little things like that, which again, like Coach TJ was saying, since we're in this very technical phase, now is the good time to hone in on these little details, okay? So you're gonna do that, so 200 feet per side on the yoke and then 10 per side on the Swiss ball Russian twist. And then you're gonna do 4-minute AMRAP of that, okay? Just back and forth, back and forth. And then if we flip over, the next thing, the last thing for the accessory day is gonna be another superset. This is gonna be 3 things though. So you're gonna do an iso lunge Z press with a upside down kettlebell. We might wanna make a note of that. So iso lunge, you can't see my legs, but basically you're gonna get into a lunge position with your knee hovering off the ground. And then the leg that is forward, you're gonna do the opposite arm with the kettlebell. So the kettlebell is gonna be upside down, and then you're gonna, the biggest thing with this, with the Z press, is try to keep your elbow pointed forward. You don't wanna start getting out here, which is what will tend to happen when you start getting tired. Keep your elbow pointed forward as best as you can. And we won't, ideally you wanna see if you can keep that relatively the whole time, but I do wanna get full range of motion on these. So your elbow might turn out a little bit and it's okay, but just have that intention of keeping it pointed forward the whole time. And make sure you end too behind your ear, not out here, okay? Which the upside down kettlebell kind of forces you to find those good positions anyways. So you're just gonna do 1 round of this whole thing. So the iso lunge Z press, you'll do 30 seconds on each side, and you'll just stay with the same leg, press, 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 30 seconds, then switch legs, other side 30 seconds. And then you're gonna go to the Sorensen hold. So that's on the GHD machine, where you're just holding yourself static, essentially parallel to the ground. Arms across the chest, and don't let yourself fall as best you can. So even if you can't make it a whole minute, it's okay. Go as long as you can with keeping the good form. And then if you got to take a little break, just accumulate 1 minute total, even if you have to break it up into multiple sets. And then the last one will be, now this one sounds a little complicated, and to be honest, I pulled this out of my ass. So I still got to see if this is even a thing, but it is a thing, trust me. So the full thing is a single leg ring rotational row with a cross crawl, okay? Yeah, try looking that up on YouTube, I don't know. But you heard it here first, folks. So you're gonna do 1 ring. We've done the rotational ring row before with a single arm. So it's a little bit of a similar idea, but you're gonna be on 1 leg, and then as you row yourself, you're gonna do a cross crawl as you finish the row. So again, like, this isn't gonna be super heavy, and the way they scale the rings is the more declined you are, the harder it's gonna be. So if you wanna make it easier, get closer to standing up. Even if you do need to just set it up so you are just standing straight up, that's fine. And then single leg, so opposite arm, opposite leg, and then opposite arm, opposite leg. As you pull yourself in, you rotate and then cross crawl elbow to knee, okay? And if even all of that is too much, just do the rotational ring row like we've done before, okay? And I'll be there, we'll be there. We'll figure it out, okay? 30 seconds on each side on that. And it's just 1 round total of those, all right? So that is day 5. Accessorizing. And then lastly,
we take it home with the test day. All right, the main test we've been doing last 6 weeks. Crazy.
Yes, sir.
Overhead squats, tempo, 3x3x3, 50% body weight, as many reps as you can, which obviously now we've revealed is a part of the bigger rest test. So we're gonna go back into mini mayhem again, which is the other part of the Magic Mayhem. So we're bumping everything up a little bit this time, getting you guys a little more prepared for the actual test. So we got the run on turf. We went from 5 laps to 8 laps now, which is just down and back equals 1 lap. Okay, then we go into push-ups for 30 reps. Okay, box hopovers for 30 total reps, so 15 on each side, as well as the lateral med ball slams, 30 total, 15 on each side. Okay, and then another run on the turf for another 8 laps to cap it off. Because really, I mean, we gotta get you guys' running capacity built up. Because super lap is that's all the way outside. It's all the way that bit. Like that's a lot. So we gotta, we know 5 to 8 might seem like a big jump, but again, gotta continue to like incrementally get you guys more ready for that longer run. And then of course, can't forget, get ready for ping pong palooza. Ooh. Ping pong at the bottom here, 3 games. Get those reps in. Just get more familiar with the paddle and the flow. You know, you guys are gonna get better at it as we keep going. And that is all she wrote. Rest on rest day. And yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
Don't be skipping that ping pong, y'all. It's the best part. Pull up. Your boys ready? All right. There it is. Week 7. Let's keep it rolling. Rest test is coming up. Make sure RSVP for that, just so we have a feel of, you know, how many of y'all are going to be in it. And obviously, if you're doing the program, like, it's what we're training for. So I don't know what else you could possibly be doing. That's it. All right, my friends. See you real soon.
Keep rolling, y'all. Love you guys. See you soon.
Peace.